the present perfect tense. Our lesson now is about the present perfect tense. So, what do we use the present perfect tense for? We can use it to talk about actions that started in the past and are still continuing till now. Something that happened or started in the past but still happening in the present till now. For example, as you can see, I have worked as an English teacher since 2004. So now we are in 2016, right? So that's 12 years. Okay, so this is why I used the present perfect tense here. Okay, what else? We can also use the present perfect tense to talk about something that happened at some unknown time in the past. The time of the action can be unknown or unimportant. For example, if I asked you, would you like to have lunch with me? And you can say, oh, I have already eaten my lunch. You are telling me that you have already eaten your lunch. It's not important for you to tell me when did you have your lunch, right? You just wanted to tell me that you have already eaten your lunch and you are not going to have a second lunch, right? Good. If I asked you, have you ever been to Canada? I just need to know if you have traveled to Canada before or not. I don't want to know when did you go there. So this is why I used the present perfect tense. Okay, good. We can also use the present perfect tense to talk about actions in the past but still have an effect in the present. In the present time, you can still see, feel, hear the effect of the action. For example, as you can see in this picture, he has broken his arm. You can see his broken arm, right? But did you see the action? No. So maybe he broke his arm yesterday or last week or something, but you still can see the effect of the action. His arm is still broken till now, till the present time. This is why we use the present perfect has broken. Another example, she has had an accident. Can you see the car? Oh, it's really damaged. The accident happened in the past and finished, but the car hasn't been fixed yet. You still can see the car, right? So the action happened in the past, but the effect of the accident can still be seen in the present. Good. What about the verb form? How can we put the verb in the present perfect tense? Actually, it's really easy. We can use have or has plus the past participle. First, have or has. We can use have with I, you, we, they, or plural noun. We can also use has with he, she, it, or a singular noun. Then we should use the past participle. Past participle is verb 3, the third form of the verb. Okay, good. So, how can we put the verb in the past participle? How can we form the third form of the verb? We have two kinds of verbs. We have regular verbs and we have irregular verbs. By regular, we mean they just follow the rule. The rule of forming the past participle is by adding ed to the end of the verb. For example, visit, visited. Okay, here you change the verb to the past participle by adding ed. What about like? Like, liked. The verb already ends in e, so we just add D. The verb study, it ends with Y, and before the Y there is D. The D is a consonant sound, so we have to change the Y into IED. The verb stop, it ends with P, which is a consonant sound, and before the P we have the O, which is vowel. This is why we should double the last consonant before adding ED. So it's stopped. PPED. Play, played. It already ends with Y, but before the Y we have A. That's a vowel, not a consonant, right? So there is no need to change the Y into IED. So you can change any regular verb to the past participle by adding ed, d, or ied. What about irregular verbs? Irregular verbs are those verbs who don't follow the rule. You can't add ed to them. So you have to study them, you have to memorize them, and you have to practice them very well. I will add some links that will help you to do this. The form of the verb can be the same or can be changed. For example, see, seen, drink, drunk, sleep, slept, know, known, cut, cut. It's a very long list and you have to start practicing it. You have to study them to be really good at grammar because you will need to use the past participle in many other grammar rules. What about negative? How can you change a sentence in the present perfect tense into negative? It's really easy. All you have to do is to add not after have or has. So have will become haven't and has will become hasn't. Okay, have not, haven't, has not, hasn't. For example, I haven't finished the project yet. He hasn't repaired his car. And as you can see, after haven't or hasn't, we didn't change the verb. The verb is still in the past participle form, right? Good. Yes or no questions. You just need to start the question with have or has. So, have you finished your grammar course? Yes, I have. No, I haven't. Has she arrived yet? Yes, she has. No, she hasn't. Have they eaten their lunch? Yes, they have. No, they haven't. Double-edged questions. For example, how often have you visited that place? I visited it many times. What has he just said? He just said that he loves you. Good. As you can see, we can use contractions of have and has. For example, I have, I've. He has, his. You can use it in your speaking and your writing as well. Keywords. What are some of the keywords that you can use with the present perfect tense? Let's start with since and for. Since and for are commonly used with the present perfect tense. So what's the difference? As you can see in the picture, we use for to speak about a period of time, a duration, whereas since is used to express the point of the beginning of the action, when the action has started. So for is used for period of time or duration of time, while since is used for the point of time. When did the action start? For example, you can say for 10 minutes, for 5 days, for 5 months, for 3 years, for 2 centuries, for a long time, forever, for many times. With since, you have to mention the exact time. So what time, what day, what month? Okay, good. For example, since 5 o'clock, since Monday, since April, since 1983, or a sentence in the past. Since I left school, since the beginning of time, since last week, since last month, since last year, and since yesterday morning, since yesterday evening. Ever and never. We usually use ever and never with the present perfect tense. The meaning of ever is at any time in your life before now. The meaning of never is no at all. So, for example, have you ever eaten Chinese food? I just need to know if you have ever eaten Chinese food at any time in your life before now. So, ever is used in a question here. You can say, yes, I have, or no, I haven't. But if you would like to make your negative sentence stronger, you can say, no, I have never eaten Chinese food, or no, I haven't ever eaten Chinese food. As you can see, you can say, no, I have never, or no, I haven't ever. So you can't say, I haven't never. No, it's wrong. Okay? Already. We use already to ask for confirmation or to give information about some action. So, have you already finished your homework? Yes, I have already finished it. We can use already in questions or in positive statements. What about yet? We can use yet in questions or in negative sentences, and usually we use it at the end of the sentence. For example, have you studied your lessons yet? No, I haven't studied them yet. Other keywords are still and recently. You can say, I still haven't done my homework. As you can see, still is used in negative sentence before haven't or hasn't. So, I still haven't. He still hasn't. Don't say, I haven't still. Okay? Recently, for example, I have recently done my homework. Good. That's it. That's everything you need to know about the present perfect tense.